Toronto was a lot of fun to explore. We stayed downtown in a centrally located area, so we were able to take a self-guided walking tour of a lot of different sites, including the Toronto sign at Nathan Phillips Square. So come with us and see what there is to see in Toronto. There's actually a lot to do at the CN Tower. I think the first thing that you think of is the observation platforms, but they also have dining options and a very exciting tour called the Edge Walk. There are 1,776 stairs in the CN Tower, but fortunately, they also have elevators. The main observation level is 1,136 feet above ground, offering panoramic views of the cityscape. This is Lake Ontario. And let's see if I can point it out. Right about in there's a little bit of mist rising up. It looks like it's rising up from the lake. That's Niagara. It's the mist from Niagara Falls. We found this to be one of the best ways to see the city and surrounding areas. It was really interesting, especially since we had just visited Niagara Falls, to be able to see the mist rising from the falls so far away.
Everything's up Almond Street in the middle of town.
You can take a short flight of stairs down to the lower observation level where you can experience the glass floor, the overview, the atmosphere, and the outdoor terrace.
It is, huh? Yeah. Open last July, so very kind of new. Kind of, yeah.
We enjoyed several of these activities, but I think the most exciting one was the glass floor. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's a little bit unnerving and
Yeah, it's a little unnerving.
it's unnerving.
Oh, you get a little vertigo too.
Just a
Just a little bit. I'm going this way.
Woo! That just feels weird.
The brain says no, but the fun sensor says yes.
Paul said when he was here, he laid down on his back on it and took a picture of himself with that behind him. Jump! Jump! The upper one's not so scary because there's actually a floor beneath you and whatever it is, 1,500-foot fall.
But it was interesting to me because once I was off of it, my brain said no. I started getting a headache and my stomach felt like I had just gotten off a roller coaster. So it was kind of interesting.
So we get tired up, man. So it said this was the highest observation tower in the western hemisphere of the Earth. Cool.
Visitors to the CN Tower can purchase an additional ticket to access the top. It is 33 stories higher than the main observation level, which puts it at 1,465 feet above the ground.
It's a turn station. You didn't even see that from down there.
No. We were told that you can sometimes feel the tower swaying in the wind, and that if you see the pendulum moving, it is not the pendulum moving, it is the tower itself. The Edge Walk activity opened in 2011, and can you imagine being 116 stories up and walking along the outside of the main observation deck, secured to the building only by a harness. So this is where we saw guests doing the edge walk. And then we are here in the sky pod. One of the interesting facts about the elevators is that they are high-speed elevators, and they take you from the ground floor to the main observation level in 58 seconds, which is a speed of approximately 15 miles per hour. It's pretty fast and kind of fun to watch.
Old buildings.
Our walking tour took us by a lot of enjoyable architecture, through the markets and scenes of Chinatown, and all the way over to Kensington Market. We had learned about Kensington Market on social media sites such as Instagram, and had read that this would be kind of an interesting place to go shopping, and we did find it to be quite interesting. I did enjoy the colorfulness of the area, both in the artwork and in the cultural aspect.
Well, the tree.
Oh, the crochet work?
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's neat.
The next part of our walking tour took us across the University of Toronto campus and all the way over to the Philosopher's Walk for a little bit of a city rhythms break.
And Bennett Gates, a Miss Bennett, a Miss Bennett.
We eventually circled back around to our hotel for a little bit of a rest before going out for dinner. And I had found out that one of the things that you're supposed to have when you're visiting Canada is a dish called poutine. And lucky for us, Smoke's Poutineery was not far away. Poutine is a traditional comfort food. It is made up of French fries, cheese curds, and gravy, but you can also get it non-traditionally with various other toppings. It might look a bit of a mess, but it's actually quite tasty. A little more city wandering took us by the Town Crier pub for a refreshing break, and eventually back by Nathan Phillips Square and the Toronto sign. Similarly to the Millennium Wheel in London, the Toronto sign was added to Nathan Phillips Square in July 2015 for the Toronto Pan American and Para-Pan American Games. Due to its popularity, it is still there and it has become a Toronto landmark. After leaving Toronto the next morning, we took a leisurely drive through the Canadian countryside. We came back in to the United States, through the Thousand Island area, to the outskirts of Watertown, New York, where we took in a sunset view on the eastern edge of Lake Ontario and hoped for a view of the Aurora Borealis. We're looking forward to a scenic drive through New York State and the Adirondack Mountains as we head to Ausable Chasm tomorrow. We hope you'll go with us.